God's voice is very smooth. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about God's voice is very smooth. So this is something I just wanted to talk about because I feel like not a lot of people just talk about this perspective of God's voice. You know what I'm saying? I feel like not a lot of people talk about the smoothness of God's voice. You know what I'm saying? God's voice is very smooth because you got to understand, God is a spirit. You know what I'm saying? So God's voice is very smooth. And I'm going to give y'all some examples of what I mean. So yeah, let's get into it. So God's voice is very smooth to the point that if you're not paying attention, you might even miss it. You know what I'm saying? You might even miss it is because God's voice is extremely smooth, bruh. You know, it's like when God talks, for example, like sometimes when God talks to me, it almost feels as though, like, sometimes when God talks to me, it's like sometimes I catch what he's saying like 15 seconds later. Like it would literally click in my mind like 15 seconds later because God's voice is very smooth, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to talk about that, bro. Like God's voice is so smooth to the point that think of it like you know, like I'm gonna use like Wi-Fi as an example. Like God's voice is not like the Wi-Fi that's extremely slow and all that stuff, bro. God's voice is like the fastest connection. You know what I'm saying? Because God is a spirit. It's like sometimes God will speak to you and it's like you will receive the message, but at the same time, it's like you don't even know where the message came from. It's like the message was already there. You know what I'm saying? It's like God has spoken, but at the same time, it feels like God hasn't spoken at the same time. Because his voice is so smooth to the point that when he talks, it feels like he ain't even talk at all, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes like God's voice is like that small, still voice. You know what I'm saying? God's voice is like, sometimes God's voice could feel like just like a wind, bro, like a small breeze, like a wind in your mind or something. Like it is so smooth, bro. Like I can't even explain God's voice for real. Like sometimes, bro, I feel like it's hard to put God's voice in words, bro, because God's voice is so smooth. It's like sometimes God's voice would just feel like an inner confidence. Like it's like an inner confidence, and that's just him like confirming to you. That's pretty much him uplifting you and telling you that everything gonna be okay. You just feel like an inner peace, an inner confidence, and that's just him reassuring you and telling you that it's gonna be okay. But let me look at my notes actually real quick, bro, because this stuff is crazy, bro. And I feel like a lot of people don't talk about how smooth God's voice is, bro. Like, God's voice is so smooth to the point that you really gotta always be paying attention, bro. When he speak, bro, you gotta really be paying attention. If you're not paying attention, it just gonna like, it's too smooth, it's just gonna like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, like, God's voice is so smooth, bro. And like, sometimes when God speak to you, I'm gonna be real, like, you might catch what he just said to you later on, bro. You ain't even gonna catch it right away because sometimes it's so smooth, like it will just click right back into your mind. And then sometimes when God speak, you will forget that he even spoke. Like you will forget the origin of the, it's like you know the message, but you don't even know if the message was your own thought. You don't know if the message was your own thoughts or it was God's voice because you done forgot where the message came from. All you know is that you received the message, but you don't even know if the message came from your own thoughts or from God. Like you don't even know because it is that smooth. You don't even remember where it came from. It's like the message was already there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like when God speaks, bro, God's voice is very, very smooth, bro. Like And I also wanted to talk about God's voice is extremely like, it's like effortless as well, bro. Smooth, effortless, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when God speak, it's effortless, bro. Like, I don't even know how to put it in words. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when God speaks, it's effortless, bro. It's like he ain't even like, he ain't even gotta like over like for example, like when God speaks in a small still voice, he ain't even gotta yell for real. He ain't even gotta be screaming on the top of his lungs, bro. It's like his voice is so effortless. It's like sometimes his voice has like you could feel like goosebumps on your skin. It's like has like a chilling presence to it. It's like you could feel the spirit, bro. It's like it's effortless, bro. Telling you, bro, if God's voice was like a Wi-Fi connection, bro, it is the unlimited speed, bro. No lag, bro. It's not lagging, none of that, bro. God's voice has no lag to it, bro. It is effortless, bro. There is no lag, bro. You know what I'm saying? There is no lag to God's voice. God's voice is not lagging, bro. It is straight effortless, bro. And like I'm telling you, bro, sometimes when God speaks to you, you will receive the message, but you don't even know who said the message. Because the message, it feel like the message just came out of nowhere. It was so sudden. That's another thing about God's voice. God's voice is so sudden, bro. It is sudden, it is effortless, it is smooth. You know what I'm saying? All these things, bro, like, it would like, a message would suddenly pop up in your mind, bro. A message would suddenly pop up in your heart. A message would suddenly pop up in your spirit. Know what I'm saying? But it will pop up so smoothly. It's like the transition of the message coming into your mind is so smooth. You will feel as though like you forgot where it even came from, bro. You will feel as though like, I know I just received the message, you know what I'm saying? Like I know somebody just texted me mentally. I know somebody just texted me. They just sent me a text in my heart or in my spirit, but I don't even know where it came from, bro. Because it feel like it just popped in so smooth, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's like you gotta pay attention, because God's voice, it will transition in so smooth, bro, to whereas you will miss. It's like think of like your how do I put this? Think of your body, or you know what I'm saying? Think of your mind as a door or as a house. Let's just look at it like that. Think of your mind as a house, you know what I'm saying? And you know like how when people come to visit your house, they have to knock on the door. Think of your heart and your mind as a house or as a home. You know what I'm saying? If you think of your mind and your heart as a home, and usually when normal people come to your home, they will have to walk up to your home, they have to knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? You have to verify who it is, and then you let them in. If you're cool with that person and you was expecting them, okay, you let that person into your home, right? Well, God's voice is so smooth to whereas here's the door to your home, here's the door to your heart, here's the door to your mind. So what God's voice will do, it is so smooth to whereas a regular man, bro, a man would just walk up like this. Or a man or a woman will walk up to your house and just knock on the door. Like you go through that whole process of they knocking on the door, you opening the door, you letting them in, this and that. You go through all that process, bro. But let me tell you something about God's voice, bro. God is a spirit. God's voice is so effortless to whereas instead of like walking up to the door to your mind or to your heart, God's voice will like, I don't even know how to explain it. It is so effortless, bro. It's like there is no walking, bro. You see what I'm saying? God's voice, bro, it ain't even walking for real, bro. There is no like, none of that, bro. Like all this knocking. I mean, there is no walking. There is no knocking. There is no none of that. Sometimes, bro, God's voice will just teleport on your dinner table, bro. God is ready for, you know what I'm saying? God is ready to have a meeting with you. I'm telling you, God's voice just teleport right to the dinner table, ready to have a meeting. And God is like, hey, bro, what you cook, bro? You know what I'm saying? You better add some seasoning, bro, because, hey, bro, we ain't like about to eat something that's not well made, bro. I'm telling you. It's like God's voice will visit you, but it will skip all this extra process, bro, because it's so smooth. Like, you're looking out the peephole, you're trying to see God's voice coming. You know, like how like a human being, like a person, they walk up to the door, they knock, and then you know all this stuff. You're looking through the peephole to verify who it is. Well, when God's voice comes to you, it's so effortless and it's so smooth. To whereas sometimes, bro, you look out the peephole, you ain't gonna see nothing. You ain't gonna see absolutely nothing. You look inside your home, God is already seated there, bro, on the dinner table. He just seated there. It's like, bro, what took you so long to notice that I was already inside the home, bro? I was already on the dinner table waiting to have a discussion with you. What took you so long? You was out there in the peephole. I'm just here, like, just waiting. I'm like, Lord, how you teleport into the dinner table, bro? You know what I'm saying? I be asking God, bro, how you teleport from here to there, bro? Like, bro, I'm telling you, he's effortless, bro. He's on some smooth criminal type, Michael Jackson type stuff, bro. Telling you, effortless, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You ain't even gonna, bro. Sometimes God's voice, bro, you ain't even gonna see it coming, bro. You ain't even gonna see God's voice coming. It's just sudden. Because one thing about God, he don't really operate like he don't really operate in the same ways as humans, bro. He's different. You know what I'm saying? If you close to God, bro, and you have a relationship with God, I literally just teleport on the dinner table, teleport right into your home, bro. It's like there is no like, oh, I'm gonna walk up, I'm gonna knock, and he's God, bro. You ain't even gonna see all that because it's so smooth, bro. It's so effortless, bro. Some effortless stuff, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. God's voice be on some effortless stuff, bro. I'm trying to tell you. And if you ain't paying attention for real, you gonna think that you just talking to yourself mentally or something. You gonna think that you just came up with that idea in your mind because you gonna forget where it even came from. Because that's how smooth God's voice is. That's how smooth the transition of God's voice is. God's voice transitions so instantly. God's voice is on some instant teleportation type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then he will switch it up. You know what I'm saying? He will switch it up to whereas you expecting him to talk to you this way, and then he would switch it up and do something else, talk to you another way. You know what I mean? Like, God's voice is so smooth, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. If you ain't paying attention, bro, you gonna miss it. And even if you are paying attention, sometimes it gonna take you a moment to really like be like, oh yeah, that was God. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever have like a full-blown thought just hit your mind, bro, out of nowhere? It's like a full-blown thought. I wasn't even thinking about nothing. How did that a full-blown thought process just hit my mind? It's like God just airdropped a full software update into your mind, bro. How did a full-blown message, you know what I'm saying? How did a full-blown message just hit my mind? How did a full-blown discussion, how did a full-blown topic just hit my mind? I wasn't even thinking about no topics right now. That could be God just really like talking to you, bro. I'm trying to tell you. That could be you are witnessing the smoothness of God's voice. You are witnessing the effortlessness of God's voice, just the smooth transition. That's what you're witnessing right now. And a lot of times that's how God speaks, bro. It's just his effortless, smooth, bro. Like, man, like you gotta really you gotta love God's voice for real, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro, you gotta have the skill to understand God's voice when he speak for real, bro. Cause his voice, bro, effortless, smooth, like telling you, bro. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. I know this message is gonna help somebody out there who may be struggling with God's voice, you know what I'm saying? Because I really be trying to help people when it comes to like understanding like God, and you know what I'm saying, like be helping people in like, you know, their relationship with God, their walks with God, and this and that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. God's voice is very smooth, bruh. Very smooth. So if you blink, it will just fly past you. You ain't gonna see it for real. I'm telling you, bruh. You blink just a little bit, the message is already in your mind, bro. The message is already in your heart. How did it get there? How did it get there? Don't even worry about it, bro. He's already there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to talk about, bro. Peace.